Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'm bringing you today's wonderful episode. So some of you guys might be wondering what happened to the live streams. Well, here's the deal. What we're going to do, we're going to shift these to the patron site for our patrons. Once I figure out how to do that, I'm going to experiment this weekend. And there's a simple reason for it. I know the last one we had some volume issues and other issues that I eventually solved. And then I reshot the entire thing as a regular video instead of a live stream. And what I have noticed, I went back through and I looked. We've had a few live streams, and what I've noticed is that on the YouTube channel, our live streams get about a fifth of the viewership of our regular videos. So obviously most of you guys prefer the regular videos, and I want to give you guys what you prefer. So we're going to keep with the regular videos for the YouTube channel, and for our patrons we will start putting in some live streams for you guys. And along with that, thank you very much to our patrons, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the exclusive videos that we occasionally put out there for you guys, and the upcoming live streams, if anyone's curious about that, and the buying us a coffee, which I appreciate. Thank you. I think your name is Brian that just bought us a couple of coffees. Very appreciated. I'm back on my diet, so I'm trying to cut out the sodas, so coffee is definitely always appreciated. But yeah, if you're curious about any of that, just check the description of the video down below. Otherwise, because I don't want this to drag on too long, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. Okay, everybody, so for today's video, I want to touch upon a subject that has been touched upon before, but I've gotten a lot of questions about it lately, including from a brand new, not a brand new dealer, but from a dealer, from a couple dealers actually, not super tenured dealers, they haven't been dealing all that long, although this particular question I've noticed from talking to other dealers and other floors, even people that are super experienced and have been dealing the game for 5-10 years may not have necessarily thought this all the way through. So they may have differing opinions on it as well, because they haven't really, I guess, run the numbers all the way through. So what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about buy bets. By the way, for our patrons, I hope you guys enjoy. We're putting up a couple of Crapless Craps live roll videos for you guys. Those should be uploaded today. They should be uploaded by the time this video posts. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And again, please email me anything you'd like to see on there. Now, buy bets. We already know the 4 and 10 are become auto buys at a certain level when they are placed. Almost always at a quarter, but a lot of places lately have been doing them as buys at even lower levels. So first off, why is that? Well, the thing is with Vegas, you'll notice that people talk about how evil Vegas is and all the big casinos and how they're evil and bad and take advantage of people, all that. And the thing is, that's a whole bunch of BS. First off, the house edge exists, otherwise they wouldn't be able to be in business. It's just like any other business. I ran restaurants for years. I can tell you that the actual cost of the product that you buy is a fraction of what you are paying for it. That would be their version of a house edge. Otherwise, they would not be in business. So walking in that there is a house edge. It is tightly regulated, so it is absolutely fair. Is it slanted towards the house? Of course it is. Otherwise, again, they couldn't be in business. But there is a known quantity house edge. There is a set of rules that they must follow, and that does make it fair. People win every single day. Majority of people lose, absolutely, but people win every single day. Now, in Vegas, actually, you get a lot more freedom than you would outside of Vegas. People tell me these stories when they're at the tribal casinos out of state and such like that. And sure, one thing, you definitely can see some $5 tables, but outside of that, the rules can actually get more restrictive. And why is that? Lack of competition. Absolute lack of competition. That's why only on Center Strip will you see things like 34-1 or 29-2-1 on high side hop bets, and things like 9-4-1 instead of 9-2-1 on hardway 6 and 8. You see, the double on the 12. That's becoming a little more popular. You see things like 6-5 payouts on blackjack and all that. Only on the Center Strip, where they kind of have a captive audience. They are so elite. They get the big money players that they really don't have much competition except amongst themselves, and they are so good at their marketing and such that they are able to, they're able to maintain. But outside of that, you have a lot of competition. You may be at a tribal casino somewhere where it becomes a buy, the 4 and 10 become a buy at $25. There's no other casino within, say, a 2-hour drive. Not a lot of options. But here in Vegas, you see a lot of places that it's a buy bet at $10, $15, $20. Why is that? Because if you don't like it, you can just walk pretty much across the street or a 3-minute drive or 3-minute cab ride and be at a place that does offer a better buy. Same thing with odds. You see the 20 times odds, 10 times odds, things along those lines. Outside of Center Strip, you don't see 3, 4, 5 very often. Why is that? Again, competition. They need to offer something that the other places don't, or at least offer the same that the other places do, in order to be able to draw people. So the buy bets, 4 and 10, become auto buys. Now, what about the 5, 6, 8, 9? And that's where I've had a lot of questions. Where does it make sense to buy these? And there was a time where I would have said at a certain point the 5 and 9 it makes sense, whereas the 6 and 8 it never makes sense. Mathematically, it absolutely never makes sense, ever. But with the 5 and 9, I've actually had to change my tune on that. It does not make sense pretty much any time, and let me show you why. So let's say you got a $100 place bet on the 5. Okay, what does that pay? That pays $140. Sorry, my hands are not the best right now. Just got off a very long day at work. So it pays $140. Now, if you had a buy right there, let's see if I can find a buy button. There it is. If you had a buy bet on that, that would pay $150 in theory, right? But here's the thing. Before you get paid, when you made the bet, you had to pay a $5 VIG. So that means by the time you get paid, you're actually only getting $145. So $145 sounds better than $140, right? But wait, there's more. Except that you want to keep your bet there, right? Which means you need to pay $5. You need to pay the VIG. Guess what? Now both of these denominations paid out $140 into your rail. So why is the buy bet worse? Well, let me show you. You placed it, right? So you placed it, you spent $100. You gave them $100 to place it. So if a 7 out comes before a 5 rolls, you lost $100. If you wanted to buy it for $100, you had to give them $105. You had to pay the VIG up front. So if a 7 out comes before that 5 hits, you gave them $105. So at no point does the payout actually end up being the same or end up being better unless you were to take it down after one hit. So you paid $105. Now this would pay you $150 because you already paid the $5. So in reality, you're netting $145. If you were to take it down, there, you made an extra $5. Absolutely. But if you're going to keep it up like most people would, you have to pay that big up front again. So once again, you are making $140. But that 0.7 out, you have more at risk at the beginning than you would if you had just placed it. Okay. So some people might be wondering, what about at the higher levels? Let's take a look. And I'll be honest, I have not run these numbers before. So let's take a look. Okay. So $500 place bet would pay $507. $500 buy bet, would pay $507. Would pay $700. Where the hell did I get $507? $500 buy bet would pay, or place bet would pay $700. $500 buy bet would pay $750. Except that you paid $25 VIG up front. And to keep it up, you have to pay a $25 VIG. It's still paying the same. It's still paying the same. Only, again, in the event of a 0.7 out, the buy bet actually lost more money. So, no. The answer is no. At no point does buying the 5 or 9 make sense. It truly, truly, truly does not. That 5% VIG is pretty much a wash on this every way you look at it. Every way you look at it. So let's look at the 6 and 8. Now I need to come up with, well no, we'll do similar dollar amounts, okay? Similar dollar amounts. All right. So, $600 place bet versus a $600 buy. $600 place bet is going to pay you $700. Okay, I'm going to clean all this up just to get it out of the way visually. It's going to pay you $700. $600 buy bet. What is that going to pay you? That's going to pay you $720. Because now we're looking at odds. So 500 pays 600, 100 pays 120. So it's going to pay you $720. Okay, I'm actually going to break this down for you. $720. Okay. However, how much did you have to pay in a VIG up front? $30. So now at this point we are at $695. And that's if we were to take one hit and come down. So even at this point you're already making less money. To keep it up, take another $30 out. Now you are at $660 versus $700. So at no point ever, even one hit down, does buying the 6 and 8 ever make sense. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain fun, all the usual jazz. Thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Thank you everybody for watching today's video. And as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on T-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.